What is good, y'all? It's your boy God CEO here. Welcome back to Mount Olympus Gaming. And in today's video, we're gonna be going over Terry Bogard. So, before we even get into it, let me just explain to everyone that these starter guides, I actually like to play the character first, get to a high rank, so I can give you guys realistic starter guide videos. Now, Terry Bogard has a lot of combos, so I'm not gonna be going in depth with all the different combo routes. What I'm going to be doing is I'm going to share with you the basic combos that I use that help me get to rank, master rank. And if you want to add things from what I show you, that is okay. But this won't be no advanced guide. This is going to be a starter guide. So if you're a person that's been seeing Terry Bogard and you think he's really cool, but you just want to know, listen, what do I need to use with him? What are the basic buttons? What should I just focus on first? Then this video is for you. So without further ado, let's get right into it. So the first thing what we're gonna go over with Terry Bogard is going to be his key normals. So his key normals, the only normals you need to know about is stand medium punch, crouch medium kick, and heavy kick. These are the three buttons that you're gonna be utilizing the most. Okay, Terry doesn't have a Shoto style heavy punch. It's sort of limited, but it has a double hitting property. This is going to be used when it's a punish counter or somebody does something flat out punishable, but they're in your face. You won't be utilizing it from here. Like I said, it's going to be a stand medium punch, and your crouch medium punch is what you're going to be going into, because both of these you can go into drive rush. So these are the two buttons you need to just lock in your head. And like I said, the heavy kick, I've used this when I play certain characters like Ed, Zangief, where I don't want to be too close with them, so I'm waiting for them to do something, and then I use that to react. All right, let's talk about his target combos. So he has quite a few, but the only ones you need to really pay attention to is medium punch, heavy punch. This right here does really good, as you can see. And if you can see on block, matter of fact, let's put him on block all. So why this is good? Because this is a spacing trap. So when they do this, look at that pushback. Depending on where you do that, if they tap a button, any of their lights, you can catch them whiffing. I'm going to show you an example of that right now. That's how you would utilize that. Now, the thing is, it's also fake. Typically, if people are mashing this this thing will work. But if someone typically does their crouching medium kicks, you're typically going to get caught by it. So I recommend you start staggering with the stand medium punch, see their reactions, add a little bit of conditioning there, and then you can add that in there. He does have other moves, but like I said, this is what I use to actually get the job done when creating pressure. All right, moving along to special moves. So the first thing we're gonna go over is his special moves, which is burn knuckle, all versions, right? I'm gonna show you when it's applicable to use them. I find myself using all three of them, but I'm gonna show you specifically when you use them. All right, so the first thing you need to understand is quick burn, which is quarter circle back light punch, is a high overhead. So what I actually like to do is a crouch light kick into two jabs into quick burn, because the first hit would whiff and the overhead will catch them. This catches people also, but it's also a gimmick. It's also very reactable. So if someone knows the matchup, you will get punished for this. But it's a good knowledge check. So it looks like this. So you see how that high hit of quick burn, the first hit whiffed, and then the second one hit him with the overhead. And when you're playing a match and you're doing pressure, this is pretty much what I did. Caught a lot of people off guard. If I realize someone is blocking it consistently, I then stop and I just continue to do my light strings. And if you do your light strings there, you can also do this on block. That would also keep you plus, but you have to spend a bar for that. So just keep that in mind. Other than that, I just see if they're blocking all your lights, just take the -1 and back off and just see what they do. All right, he doesn't really have any plus frames normals, so it's really on his specials depending on what you do. Now the medium version of burn knuckle he does not do the hand animation. He just goes right into it. So two things about this. Number one, if you notice, the screen shakes when he gets hit by it, when your opponent blocks it. When this happens, it lets you know that you are plus. In this scenario that I just showed you, I was neutral on block, right? But you see how it shakes, and I'm +2. The same thing for the heavy burn knuckle. When you're not plus, it's regular. When you are, go back a little bit. That's neutral. And when it shakes, you're plus. So this is also a visual cue when you need to utilize that. So now, when do you actually utilize medium burn knuckle? Whenever your crouch medium kick, when you're out of range for that, that's when you start utilizing this, when they're walking back. So if you want to catch someone, you're trying to fish for that crouch medium kick and they're just out of range now, like you see right here, I'm either doing burn knuckle, I'm either doing this to catch them coming, you know, trying to advance forward or go back. This is when you actually utilize that move. Trust me, it catches a lot of people off guard. Now for the heavy burn knuckle, similar to the medium burn knuckle, you're going to be utilizing it it's a skip neutral tool. So, but I use this typically in combos because it gives you good oki. So if you end your combo with heavy burn knuckle, you can be able to dash up one time and bait your opponent into either doing a DP, you know, just kind of see what they're gonna do. But you are able to do one dash. Now the second thing we're gonna get into is his power wave. So the light version travels, the medium version doesn't travel, but it destroys projectiles as it goes towards it. And then the heavy one is in place, is slow, but I think this one actually leaves you plus, if I'm not mistaken. Yeah, so this is actually his plus button here. But you can get hit out of it, so you're not really going to be utilizing the power wave heavy. If you do, if someone is like falling asleep behind the wheel, then hey, you lucky. But everyone I've played while getting to master, they're mashing, and you're never going to really utilize that. So the strategy is when you're mid-range, you're going to be using power wave. So you want them to jump, so you can either hit them with a DP, or you can hit them with not power charge, heavy crack shoot. This is the two things this is the mind game behind that. If you're playing against a Guile, if you're playing against someone, who else? Guile or anybody who has a projectile, you're gonna want to use this because it would destroy it. I'll give you an example right now. Let's have him play it. As you can see, you have to do it preemptively. So this is like that, and then if you do regular power wave, you would take the hit, but you can trade with them. And having this is actually really good. So yeah, this is actually when you're going to be utilizing it. Now the last thing of his special moves is power charge. The only time you're going to be utilizing this personally is when you're utilizing it off of your, I'll show you right now, of your lights like that, or is in a combo, right? This is not like burn knuckle, so you cannot use this willy-nilly. So let me show you. So if you think you can catch them, you do not want to use this. It doesn't matter which version you use, you will be punishable. So don't use this. If you think this is a skip neutral tool, I'm sorry, don't do it. You're better off using the burn knuckle, the medium, or the heavy. You're better off using these to skip neutral. So that's the only time I actually use power charge. Yeah. So let's move it right along to combos. I already have some preemptive combos recorded, so I'm going to play them for you. But before I play them, I'm going to explain something to you about Terry's combo structure. Okay? His level 1 and his level 2 work off of juggle states. His level 3s work off of any type of DP or specials. So just keep that in mind. Okay? So if you have your opponent, say if you did this, let's turn this off. Say if you did heavy into this, you can do your level 1 or level 3. You have to buffer pretty fast though. No, your level 3 for power charge. So it will look like that. That's how it will go. But for your level 2, what I've realized is they need to be in a juggle state, like in an airborne state. So I will utilize something like this. No, not that. You could do this. right? So that's typically when these moves, you're able to actually utilize it. Now, me personally, I've never really utilized level 2 that much. I've only utilized level 3s and level 1s. But I'm going to show you now on the screen. So yeah, those are pretty much the basic B&Bs that I use. They're pretty optimal. Like I said, there are a ton of Terry Bogard video guides out there that can go in more depth because he has a ton of combo potential and combo routes. This is a starter guide to get you familiar with the character, something that's easy to do and that takes a good amount of damage, all right? So let's move it on to the last tip. So the last thing we're going to get into is how you should be playing Terry in a match, okay? We already discussed about the buttons you're going to be utilizing the most, right? You're also going to be utilizing light kick as well, just to check them and gauge the distance, and stand medium kick. This is, if you play Bison, it's very similar to that. You want to use this to gauge the distance. When you're up close, the game is strike throw. Honestly, either strike throw or you're utilizing this, the quick burn thing that I was telling you about, or just basic confirms, stuff like that. When you're mid-range, this is where, in my opinion, he flourishes, because this is where you could catch the heavy kick punish. You can also catch the stand medium punch, and crouching medium punch, crouching medium kick as well. You're gonna be looking to whiff punish them. And to be a little sneaky, medium burn knuckle. You're pretty much going to be playing counter. Terry seems more like a tricky counter person to me, because most of the time I'm waiting for my opponent to do something. Either they're trying to close the distance and I'm checking them with this crouch medium kick, go into a drive rush combo, get the knockdown, begin pressure. Right? Get the knockdown. Into light burn. If they block that, now I know strike throw. This is pretty much it. Everything else is fluff. So pretty much if you think about Terry like this, he is a counter, mid-range counter person. He does really well. Up close, you really want to focus on just making sure you're safe with your lights, either into OD power wave or just strike throws. Honestly, it's really nothing more to him. But he looks hella flashy. He looks hella cool. So once again, this is the end of the video. And if you guys enjoyed this video, please drop a like, drop a sub, also drop a comment. Let me know let me know if these tips actually helped you. All right. But until next time, I'll catch you guys later.